All right. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakodash. Welcome to another live lesson. This is just various topics dated August 18th, 2020, year of prophecy. Just a quick reminder, tonight is the new moon. When the sun goes down tonight, Tuesday, till tomorrow evening is the new moon, which dictates the Sabbath for the rest of the month. So the Sabbath this month would be Tuesday night to Wednesday night. It's also the memorial of blowing of the trumpets. So, and don't be alarmed because we're in the middle of the month of Esau's month. And we just are coming out of keeping the Sabbath from last month, and now we're still in Esau's month of August. But now the Sabbath is going to change in the same month. No, Esau's months are off. Esau's months do not follow the moon. They have a different cycle, and the whole cycle is off. So when we're dealing with our calendar is totally different from Esau's calendar. And we keep repeating that over and over again because it is the truth. This is the book of Psalms 82 and 5. Hold on, let me get this other precept that just came to mind. All right, Psalms 82 and 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. So everything that we see today is out of course. Why? Because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and the wicked are in rulership, and the wicked have changed everything that we knew, everything that we know. Remember, the scripture said that they oppose themselves against everything that is called the Most High. So even to the least minute detail, these devils go off from what the Most High set up. This is why you have something called the Talmud, and in the Talmud, everything that the Most High say don't do, they say it's okay to do. And this is why plantation Christianity / Renaissance Christianity follows that same rule, because they're following the blueprint for white supremacy. It has nothing to do with the Most High and his laws, statutes, and commandments. It has everything to do with keeping Esau in power. And these jakes don't understand that. I wanted to do another lesson, but there's some other stuff that came up on Jake being in a strong delusion. Based off of that video that Vocab Malone put up with that individual talking about, if I do this or if I eat pork, then I'm the righteousness or something like that. I forget exactly how he put it, but basically what Jake is doing is they're using Esau's justification for breaking the law to break the law. So the Lord's will, I could put together a lesson on that. But that's what Jake is doing, just following behind Esau, and everything Esau says they don't question. But whenever someone that looks like you, tells you the truth, you don't want to hear it because it ain't coming from the pale skinned devils, these Edomites. So let's go to Isaiah 24 verse 4. It says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. Yeah, so this earth is failing and fading away. Why? Because the people that are in rulership of it are not following the proper procedure in order to keep, everything in unison, everything in unity. There's an ecosystem, and once you break that ecosystem down, the ecosystem pretty much is the immune system of the earth. It's their digestive system, their GI tract. And once you start messing with that, you start messing with the you start messing with the proper, you know, purification process of the earth's immune system. Just like in the body, the immune system, you know, has a function, and once you mess with that, it stops providing vital nutrients to the rest of the body, and therefore thereby the body breaking down and being diseased. You know, so like I'm just gonna move on this side, so just bear with me 1 second. Let me just grab my tea. All right, so that's what they're doing. You know, they're breaking down the immune system of the earth, and that's why we have the everything happening the way it's happening. You know, you see dead fish coming up, dead birds, and you know the time, you know, the time frame and the way that the earth is going, and how times are off, and how it seems cold certain times where it should be warmer, and when it seems warmer certain times where it should be cold. Is because everything is out of course. The earth is polluted because those that have been given the charge over the earth have not kept it correctly, because they don't know how to follow instructions unless it's wicked instructions. Now let them be in charge of a pedophile ring, or witchcraft, or a homosexual ring, or an orgy, or some foul, wicked, reprobate thing. They'll run it correctly because that is, you know, their energy. That's where they get their energy from. But going back to Isaiah 24:5, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws. And see, whenever there's a transgression of the law, the word transgression means to break, the breaking of the law. Whenever there's a transgression of the law, or the breaking of a law, there is a penalty. You know, there is a penalty, and this is why we see the things going on the way they're going on today. Everything is backwards. Everything is falling apart. You know, I wanted to speak about these couple of articles, or one article, one video that brother sent me, how the crime rate in America, I mean, well, in America, but the crime rate in New York City, especially in Manhattan, is skyrocketing. You know, you have people that have actually broken into. Matter of fact, let me read that just because I took a picture of it on my offline phone. It says, this is from the New York Post: ATM ripped out of Manhattan deli as new crime trend hits New York City. So pretty much what you're seeing is a rise in crime. Why? Because people are catching hell. And this is just the beginning. People are catching hell. There are millions of people out of work. There are millions of people that barely had 2 dimes to rub, or 2 pennies to rub against each other. You know, they're going hungry. You know, the supplies that they had are dwindling. The help that they were getting from the government is barely enough. You know, they can't find work. So what do you think is going to happen? Like Gerald Salente said, when people have nothing to lose, they lose it. You know, so they're at a point now where, you know, they're starting to start looting and all that for the purpose, or for the sake of bread. And the scriptures speak about that. You know, they're not going to have pity upon another because of the lack of bread. You know, and I believe that whole situation with that ATM being stolen from that deli in Manhattan is just a more excuse for them to bring in a cashless society. You know, because they said if this was a cashless society, they wouldn't have been able to break in and take that. You know, because there wouldn't have been no cash dispensed. You know, now if everything was computerized, they wouldn't be able to, you know, take the money, or whatever the case is. You know, these devils, they're a bunch of retards, you know, and you could see, if you have your eyes halfway open, you could see the bullshit that they're doing. and how sloppy they really are. But they think they're really wise. They think they're really prolific. They think they're really thorough, but they're really stupid because what they're doing is all open. You know, it's all like sloppy. You know, it's just a bad, it's like a B movie script. You know, but it says, let's read that again. Let's read that again. Isaiah 24:5. It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. And that's what they've done. So what, in doing this, what happens? The earth is languishing, it's broken down, it's destroyed, it's polluted. And this is why we read it, Revelation 11:18. It says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give a reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name. They go to name again. You know, so this is the time we're coming into, because judgment is comprised of many different categories. You know, you have the judgment of destruction upon the wicked. You have the judgment of righteousness and salvation unto the righteous, the elect. You know, it says, and in the midst of bringing all of this, right, and should destroy them which destroy the earth, and should destroy them which destroy the earth. And who has destroyed the earth? Well, the ones that are in power and in rulership. And who is that? It's Esau, the so-called white man, and all of these other nations that are in power, that are helping and aiding and destroying the earth, are following the same blueprint that Esau already laid down. You know, because when you look at the earth today, the earth is not sound. The earth is not beautified. You know, the earth is not really working properly because the people that are governing it have destroyed it and have broken it down. That's why everything is out of course. The calendar, you know, the courses of the course of the calendar that these devils are putting together, you know, all of that is off. You know, so we basically rehearsing the righteous acts, because at the end of the day, that's what the Lord asked for: obedience. You know, the rehearsal of the righteous acts, because we can't keep it perfect. How can we keep perfection in an imperfect world and in an imperfect body? But we try the best that we can. You know, we don't use that as an excuse, like the Apostle Paul and the Apostle Peter both said. You know, not to use your liberty as a cloak of maliciousness. They said it in two different ways, but they meant the same exact thing. You know, so we do the best that we can with what we've been given in this imperfect world with these imperfect bodies, until the Lord comes back, until that which is perfect comes back, and pretty much makes when that which is perfect comes back and makes the imperfect perfect. All right. So that's you know, my belief on that the reason why, you know, there's that wave of crime like that, especially pertaining to cash, is because they're still on that mission of a cashless society. You know, trying to bring in that cashless society to be able to enforce their mark of the beast, which is the microchip. Which once that's implemented in place, you can't use cash. You won't be able to use a credit card. You'll have to use their their way of buying and selling stuff. And that's what it says here in Revelation 13:16. It says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the number of the beast, or the number of his name. Now they have these scooters here in Connecticut. I'm not sure if they have it in New York and other places. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but people could jump on it and ride it, you know, ride it around. And I was looking at it, I was walking by looking at it, and I'm looking for, say, maybe they have like a credit card slot where you could slide the credit card or put the chip, whatever the case is. And all they have is a tattoo on it, which I'm not sure how the technology works, but I'm pretty sure that you have to have something on your phone that you can scan on that, and they can get your information to be able to take out whatever money they have to take out for you to be able to, I don't know, half hour, 15 minutes, hour, I don't know how long they'll have it for. Because I was looking for a slot, for something. Obviously, it doesn't take coins. Obviously, it doesn't take credit cards, because if it took credit cards, it would have had a slot for it. So it just had like a little tattoo, almost like a barcode type thing, and I'm pretty sure you put your phone to it, and you'll be able to ride it once you pay for it. So everything is being geared in that direction, of cashless, pretty much biometric, or cashless, or digital currency. Digital currency. And that is the wave of the future, and that is prophecy. Anyone who can't see that, either they just blind or they've been paid off. And that's the truth. Either they're blind or they've been paid off. Either they're blind or they're hirelings. And that's why you have these Israelites that know that they're Israelites fighting so valiantly against the mark of the beast being the microchip, although all of the information is there, that proves that it's the microchip. But they're fighting against it because they took the bag, man. And they can't teach that. Just like some groups can't teach the name of the Most High and the name of Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And when they do it, they make a mockery of it as if, well, you said we can't name the name. No, it ain't the thing of naming the name. It's of pushing the name to the congregation so that they can understand what those names are, who those names are, and that there's salvation in those names. Not making mockery, Jeshua and Yahweh Shai and Jesus and Christ, but we can't say the name. No, it ain't about not saying it, asshole. It's about not pushing that name out there as far as salvation is concerned. Making mockery of, of the Hebrew that we speak, called a Negro Hebrew, making mockeries of the name of the Most High and Yahweh Shai. Hey, the Lord ain't gonna forget that, man. But there's a lot of hirelings out there, so pretty much you see in the violence going on. There was a video that was sent to me of gun violence going up in New York. And these things are going to get progressively worse, because we're coming into the time of Jacob's trouble. We're coming into the time of the great insurrection of the people of the Lord. That cannot be stressed enough. We keep speaking it over and over again. Why? Because the Most High repeats himself over and over until whatever comes to pass. And then thereby the Most High, Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, being magnified through the prophets that have magnified his name and magnified his word. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 62. And I don't really have much, so I'm probably say a few more words and close out, unless the Spirit gives me something else. I just kind of wanted to mention about the memorial of blowing of the trumpets, the new Sabbath coming in tonight, so brothers could be prepared and aware of it. And just wanted to speak on that article and the other video I watched. And like I said, if anything else comes, then I'll speak on it. If not, I'll close it there, and Lord's will come back with another lesson. Bitch ass, the prince of the power of the air. Is at it again. I don't know how much of that it caught, but like I said, I'm just going to read this last precept and close it out. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 2. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin. So that chaste virgin is what? Is an unspotted woman, a woman that is a virgin, a woman that is unspotted, a woman that's holy, a That's where you get the word chastity from. A chastity belt was what? Something to keep a woman from being disloyal to her husband. So this word, and the care that the apostle had was that chastity belt, so to speak. This is the word chaste, hagnos, exciting, reverence, venerable, sacred, pure. See, pure from carnality, chaste, modest, pure from evil, fault, immaculate, clean. See, innocent. So that is the reason for this truth, for this word, for the shepherds are to watch over the flock. That's why it says, "Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flock." And this is why there are videos that are being put out there and pretty much are mostly saying the same exact thing. It's speaking about the mark of the beast, speaking about the concentration camps and the martial law and these different troops that are coming, the time of Jacob's trouble, because these things have to continually be echoed out there, because this is what's coming. And this is a part of giving that that warning. Did not the Lord tell the Ezekiel, hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me? This is Isaiah 62 and 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. See? So we're not supposed to keep silence. We're supposed to speak. We're supposed to make this thing known. We're not just supposed to be talking just to be shooting our mouth. The scriptures say, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. Because we don't want to be rambling when we speak. We don't want to, just be rambling, just talking to talk. You just running your mouth, not bringing out any scriptures, not making any points, not preparing the flock and the sheep for what's coming. You just running your mouth because you want to run your mouth. Talking about empty bullshit. When we speak, we're supposed to be speaking the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and giving the edification and giving the warning and the exhortation, and whatever is needed, to teach this word and to build up, the brothers out there, to be prepared for what's coming. So it says, and give him no rest. Who no rest? The Most High. Until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And we know and we see that Jerusalem is not made a praise in the earth yet. I mean, the fame is coming, but right now what we're going through is a demonization of the Hebrew Israelites. Making them look bad, making them look as if they was terrorists, making them look like pretty much like as if we was some type of monsters or something like that. Because we refuse to come under the yoke of plantation Christianity. So the next step is what? Demonization. And that's what all the Jesuits and all these different nations, especially Esau, does. Whenever a nation doesn't comply with them, the next step is what? Demonization, false flags, evil speakers of them people, to make the rest of the world hate them. There was another precept that came to mind. I can't think of it right now. Let me read that again. Maybe it'll come back to mind. Let me go back to Isaiah 62 and 7. Because we're not a praise in the earth yet. But it's coming. But the praise right now that we have is pretty much being demonized. And that is a part of this world. Oh, Barakateh Ha'Bashim Shai came back. St. John chapter 7, verse 7. This is one of my favorite, my favorite sayings of Yahushai. John 7 and 7. The world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify of it, that the works thereof are evil. And we know that this whole world lieth in wickedness. So if we testifying against an evil world, we're not going to be accepted. The other one is in what? 1 John 3. Let me read that real quick. 1 John chapter 3. Should have probably picked a better location. 1 John chapter 3. Or is it 4? Right. 1 John 4 and 5. I started 4. Ye are of the ye are of the Most High little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. And who is in the world? This world is given to Satan. This world is given to the wicked. Esau is ruling it under the orders of the Most High on the left-hand side through Satan and his minions, through them evil, wicked spirits. That's where Esau gets his energy from, which is the left-hand side of the energy of the Most High. It says, they are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them. See? We are of the Most High. He that knoweth the Most High heareth us, and he that is not of the Most High heareth not us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. You see? So if people are the ones that accept this word, then we know that they're inspired by the Lord. And all you have to do is use practical knowledge, not practical sense. If the Spirit of the Lord has opened up your mind and the Spirit of the Lord is working with you, all you have to do is, if you read the Bible and you see that the Bible speaks about the wicked, it speaks about the ungodly, it speaks about the rich oppressing the poor, it speaks about the earth being defiled, it speaks about the earth being given into the hand of the wicked. And you look on the planet Earth, and it says that when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. And you look upon the earth, if you have a half a brain, you have to come to the conclusion that the people that are ruling this planet are the so-called white men, and people are mourning, people are hurt, people are messed up. That's why there's so much crime. And these devils paint that picture on TV, on the media, or whatever, that in order for you to be really happy, you have to be successful, you have to be rich. And that is especially in Jake's neighborhoods, in the barrios, and the ghettos and all that, their main goal is to become famous so that they can get out of their condition, so that they can have enough money to live good, so they don't have to live in that poverty status. And that's what's being pushed. But they don't tell you all what comes with that. They don't tell you about all the foul shit you have to do in order to really make it and keep climbing up that ladder of success. If you want to make it big, you got to do big things. And those big things are not always comfortable. But you have some, for the love of money, that'll sell their soul and do that because they don't care about themselves. They don't care. They just want, when I say they don't care about themselves, meaning they don't care, they have no morals. All they care about is making that dollar, that mighty dollar. I need dollar. That's what all they care about, the mighty dollar. That's what the scriptures speak about. For the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money itself, because money is a defense and money answers all things, but the love of money is the root of all evil. Why? Because, matter of fact, let me read that. 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, see, they're coveting after it. What do? They have erred from the faith. And there's been some individuals that have come into the truth and money pulled them out. It says, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows, see? And pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Because in order for you to do these things, in order for you to really get ahead in this society, you have to bow down to the will of those that are in power. And the ones that are in power are identified as the wicked, which the Bible identifies the wicked as the Edomites. So if you have half a brain and the Spirit is working with you, you can put it together. It says, but thou, O man of the Most High, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. Because at the end of the day, as long as we have enough to sustain us, that's all we need. That's all we need. It says, fight the good fight of faith, lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art called, and hast professed a good profession before many witnesses. And that's what we're doing. Professing a good profession among many witnesses. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the exaltation of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We're just vessels that the Lord chose, or the Lord chose to give this knowledge to bring it out. And that's as far as it goes. It goes no further than that. Now, when if the Lord sees it in his graces to save us, then we could be lauded and praised. Because, okay, well, so we are part of the elect. But right now, we're just vessels that were chosen by the Lord. You know, you brothers out there also to bring forth this word and give the sense of this word and what's really going on in this world. And that's as far as it goes, and that's as far as it should go. All this putting us on pedestal, oh, dearest apostle, oh, most beautiful, and fuck out of here with all that shit, man. All them flattery. I hate when I read that. I hate that shit. I really hate that shit. Being honest with you, you know, the individuals writing, oh, most dearest. You don't have to do all that, man. Just say what you have to say. We don't need all that flattery shit. We don't need to be put on no pedestal. We need to be saved like you need to be saved. And this is the problem with Jake. Jake is always looking for something to worship. We're not to be worshiped. We're not to be bowed down to. We're men that the Lord set up to teach his word. And we're working for our salvation like you're working for your salvation. So stop with that shit. If you're doing it, stop it. Because it's irksome. You know? Keep it moving, man. Get the fuck out of here. It's irksome, you know? Because all I keep thinking about is, you know, being elevated, and then the Most High get mad because the Most High has a jealous power, and then strike us, and then what? Now what? Oh, now he's a nigga, he's a spick. Oh, I knew that nigga wasn't right. I knew that spick wasn't right. I knew it. I always knowed it. You know? Jake is very fickle, man. That's why all that flattery shit, please save that shit. You have a question, you know, whatever, you know, you have a statement you want to say, or scripture, just put the scripture down, man. You know? Oh, most noble apostle, and come on, man, stop that. Stop it. Please. So fight the good fight of faith, lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and hast professed a good profession before many witnesses. You know? Give all the Lord and praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They're the ones that deserve it. They're the ones that are perfect. We're imperfect creatures in an imperfect world striving for perfection. And when that which is perfect is come, which is Yahushai, then what is imperfect will be perfected. Then the lauding and the praises and the, you know, and all the flatteries. Oh yeah, beautiful. Because those men will be worthy of it, because they went through the fire, got to the end, made it to the end, and were delivered. Yahushua said, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. Not he that endureth for a while, or he that endureth for a little while, or he that endureth for 10 or 20 or 30 or 40, whatever, how long the man's been in this thing. And then after a certain period, he doesn't do the work anymore. Oh, I'm already said. No, it don't work like that. He that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. You know? So, I mean, that's pretty much all I have, you know. Lord's will, you know, we can, the Spirit, you know, Spirit give me another lesson to bring out. Like I said, this was various topics, you know. I really didn't have a whole lot to go into, just a few points that I had wanted to make in the Spirit. You know, I hope this lesson was edifying. I hope you brothers have been edified. To the next time I say Shalom.